Welcome to the 2017 Moses Fluente review. You've probably seen all the action from the video I posted up yesterday, so let's get straight into the review and the details of this foil. All right, first off, this is Moses's 2017 version of the Fluente. There's been quite a few changes. Let's go through the dimensions and the weights first of all. The Moses Fluente 2017 has a 91 centimeter mast, just like last year. There are new wings. The front wing has a span of 550 millimeters, and the back wing has a span of 325 millimeters. These are also the designations. The front wing is called the W550, and the back wing is called the S325. Okay, those are the spans. Those are not the actual square centimeter sizes of the wings, so don't get confused with those. The fuselage is 71 millimeters long, and the distance between the wings from trailing edge of the front wing to leading edge of the back wing is 43.5 centimeters, measured from the center chord. The foil weighs pretty much the same as it did last year. So this one I weighed it and it came to 2 kilograms and 850 grams, so 2.85 kg. So let's talk about build quality a bit. You've seen on the unboxing that I was a bit surprised when I unpacked it because the build quality seems to have improved quite a bit, essentially in finishing. The 2016 foils, they had a few pinholes here and there, dents and so on. Just like most carbon manufacturers, when they do large numbers, it's never 100% perfect, and it's almost impossible to get like a satin type finish on the entire foil, which is fine in this price range. When I unpacked this, I actually had a hard time finding any imperfections on the wings or on the mast. So I was quite surprised. If you look super closely, you can find a few small things, but actually really good. If you compare this to most other brands on the market so far, from what I've seen, this is really top level finishing. So Moses have really stepped up there and improved upon what they did last year. So what are the changes this year? The first noticeable change is that the mast is completely different. The 2016 masts all had a curve along the leading edge. That has gone now. The mast is pretty much straight and has a slight rake towards the back. The next change is obviously the back wing no longer has any winglets. I'll explain how that will change the ride characteristics later. As with the 2016 model, this comes with a plate system for mounting. The spacing is again the standard 165 millimeter by 90 millimeter spacing. So it'll fit on any board with tracks or any of the newer Moses foil boards. In regards to constructions, it has the same construction as last year. You have a carbon mast, carbon wings, and an aluminum fuselage. You have M6 stainless steel hardware to mount everything. 2 screws that connect the mast to the fuselage, 3 screws for the front wing, 2 screws for the back wing. In regards to ride characteristics, I'm going to be comparing it to its predecessor, the 2016 Fluente. First of all, the 2017 Fluente has shifted slightly more towards the intermediate to advanced rider section. It's mainly because the new back wing has made the foil a lot more agile and there's less roll resistance. I'll explain why later. But that's not a big issue. You can actually still get your more beginner-friendly setup with the short. The short system is essentially a Fluente with the old style back wing with the 71 centimeter mast, which is a lot more geared to the beginner market, and so it frees up the Fluente to being more of what an advanced rider would want. It's not to say that the foil is hard to ride, you could probably still learn on it, but the new back wing does not have any more winglets, and therefore the foil is a lot less roll resistant. What does that mean? It basically means now that with this new back wing, you have more agility, which means the board carves a lot nicer than the 2016 did. That comes at the sacrifice of there being less roll resistance. So for tricks like rodeos, it's sitting on the board, tacks, jibes, etc., any maneuver where you're messing with the roll axis, you're going to have to be a little bit more sure-footed, as now the board will roll a lot quicker than last year's Fluente did, where you had winglets on the back wing. So this will make it slightly harder to learn maneuvers on than its predecessor, but it will also make it a lot more fun. For example, people who want to take it into waves, who want to have nice tight turns on their freeride things for 360s, jumping is better. So this foil is now moved slightly into the more advanced category as compared to last year. But as I said, it has been replaced in that sense by the easy for beginners and the short-masted 71 for those who want to start out with the easier foil. Again, if you want to have this setup and you think I need more stability, you can always just replace the back wing with the back wing from the short. So in conclusion, the 2017 Fluente, yes, it is a big step up from the 2016. They've made the foil a lot more interesting for advanced riders by giving it a more agile back wing. It's still accessible for entry-level riders, but I would recommend that they install the other back wing with the winglets on that to get the maximum out of it. For people looking for a great freeride foil, for strapless, strapped-in riding, for waves, etc., this foil will do almost everything for you. Even though this is not a race foil, this still can go pretty fast, and the acceleration is quite nice. And this acceleration makes it quite good for jumping too. If you're looking for a foil that has got great light wind potential, good speed, it's great for jumping, great for free riding, especially nice for carving, then the Fluente 2017 is for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you like our content, please like the videos, comment, follow the channel. We appreciate all your support, and I'll see you on the water.